Yes, you? Good.
Carlo, first of all, what did you say to the players regarding their performance at Liverpool, and what was their reaction to what you had to say?
Well, after the game, I like to speak. We analyzed the performance during the week. Of course, we were not happy. We were all disappointed for this, but I explained to the player my idea on the game, and we did mistake above all the second part of the game, but we analyzed the mistake and we are working on that in this week, and of course we have to look forward. I understand that the frustration of the supporter, this is normal when you lose a derby, but I hope that tomorrow the atmosphere at the stadium will be good, because I think we need the support and we need a great performance tomorrow to react well about after the defeat. And that's it. There was no argument absolutely on the training ground, in the dressing room. Just analyze the situation and the mistake that we did against Liverpool. Full stop.
There had been a suggestion that some of the players objected to being criticised about their performance.
No,
Is that right?
no, absolutely not. There was no criticism. The player listened. They were agreed on the mistake that we did, the fact that we were not able to build up to play a good game at the end, but there was no argument, no discussion, just we have work, I think, well, this week. We had time to work, and I hope that tomorrow we are going to do a good performance and try, of course, the most important thing, to win.
Fabian Delph, though, did get involved with some fans on social media and obviously made his feelings clear about what he felt about criticism directed towards him. What do you make of him getting involved in that kind of discussion with fans on social media?
No, I spoke with him, the club, we spoke, me and the club, we spoke with him. I said that it was a mistake, he shouldn't do a reaction on this, but after the game, as the supporter are frustrated, every one of us is frustrated, and so maybe sometimes you react emotionally, that of course is not good, but I think that everyone can understand.
With that in mind as well, then, Carlo, what did you think about Marcel Brands having to speak to Everton fans who came down to the training ground as well and made it clear what they felt about what happened at Anfield?
I also heard this. I spoke with Marcel, but there was, as I said before, the supporter were frustrated after the defeat. I understand, but now we need the support of our fans, because I think that we have an opportunity, great opportunity, to improve our table in the next game, above all when we play at home. And so I hope that tomorrow everything will be okay.
Have you ever experienced fans coming down to the training ground in that way before?
Yes, in Italy is normal.
It's normal. How normal? What's the situation? What's it like over there?
I can speak with them if they want. I have absolutely no problem.
Given though that you've beaten Burnley and Newcastle in your first two games and then subsequently lost against Manchester City and Liverpool, is there some kind of context that needs to be given to this? Because
no, nothing changed because as I said, our target is to improve the table. We did well the first two games. As I said, we have the opportunity in the next few games to improve our table. Our target is to go up. I think we have the possibility. The spirit in the squad is good. And so, of course, there is a disappointed about the game against Liverpool, but we have to look forward.
And a big opportunity being it's at home to reconnect with the fans, I suppose.
Yes, I think that against Burnley the atmosphere was fantastic, and I hope that we can help to keep this atmosphere, playing well, playing a good game, and show good spirit, intensity in the game, a good quality of football.
Obviously, I have to ask you about transfers again. First of all, outgoing today, Cenk Tosun. What is the thinking behind allowing him to go to Crystal Palace?
No, Tosun went to Crystal Palace on loan. I spoke with him. He wanted to find a club that can gave him the opportunity to play, and so I think it's a good solution for him, and I hope for him the best. That's it. We spoke, as I said before, after the 5th of January. We had a meeting, positive meeting, but and we are looking for if there is some possibility to improve our squad, we are going to do. I have the total support of the owner, of the board, of the director of football. We are looking for. If you want to know the name, I can say to you, I don't want to mention the name, but all the names that were on the paper are wrong. So,
what area is the priority to improve?
there is no error, but also there is. I read, but I'm not surprised about this. I have a great goalkeeper in goal. That is the goalkeeper of the national team, and of course, we are not looking for a goalkeeper.
Central midfielder, though?
Can be.
What assurances, though, Carlo, have you been given as regards money available to spend in this window?
As I said, a player that can improve the squad, the quality of the squad. But I am here to talk about football and not about transfer market.
I'm going to ask you one further question that isn't about football, but only because the fans are excited at the prospect of possible further involvement from Alisher Usmanov, given that he obviously sponsors the training ground as well. And there was a suggestion in an interview that he brokered your deal to come to Everton Football Club. So was there any kind of involvement from Mr.
No,
Usmanov?
absolutely not. I spoke with Mr. Farad, I spoke with Mr. Bill Kenwright, with Mr. Marcel. I met Alisher Usmanov one time, but was for social and not for... there was no involvement in football.
You've had a few weeks now to look and study your players, and they sometimes say that you learn more in defeat, don't they, than in win. So
Yes.
Where do you feel you are now in terms of knowing what they can or maybe can't do?
Well, of course, I have to adapt the system to the characteristic of the players. I always did this, and I try to adapt to know the fact that I know better the player. I try to adapt a little bit the system of play, and so I am quite happy about what I see in training. Sometimes in some games we did, in my opinion, really well. Newcastle, Burnley, we could do better in the last game, but this is a normal step when you try to work to improve the things. And so I think that we are going better and better, in my opinion, in the next games.
And is that adaptation for you, adapting to how they can play the shorter term, and in his longer term they come round to what you more on? How does that work?
Sorry?
When you say you've adapted to suit what they can do, longer term, do you then start to implement more of how you see it, or how does it work?
No, I have to work on this. So I'm not focused on one system because in my experience I tried a lot of system, and it depends on the characteristic of the player. Probably midfield we have player with quality, and so the fact that we can keep a possession could be good, and we have to work on this. Of course, we have fantastic strikers in front, very good with the head, and maybe to use more crosses could be another solution. So this kind of things is a long term. For a manager, never is long term, short term, because we have to win the next game. So, but I have confidence that the things are going well.
So how do you feel about the quality of the opposition in Brighton tomorrow? What challenge will they bring?
It's a team that like to play football. They build up from the back. They have quality. They like to play football. It's a team that honestly I liked this kind of things. Of course, it's a dangerous team because they won against Arsenal at Emirates Stadium. So we have to take care of this. But I hope that with good spirit, with intensity, we have a possibility to win.
Just one finally for me, if I may, just in terms of the personnel available, any news of players maybe coming back, or any injuries for you?
No, we didn't have injury. The injury players are the same. Andre Gomez that comes back next week, and I start to train individually here. We have Gabaman that maybe, I don't know precisely, but is working alone in this moment, individual session, and the same is Iwobi. The other are fit and in good condition.
That's lovely news about Andre Gomez, isn't it?
It's a good news because he's doing well. His recovery is going faster, and so we can. I hope that as soon as possible he can be with us because he's a fantastic player.
Hi, Carlo. Just one for me. You say you need the support of the fans more now. Just wondering, have you expressed to the players how important it is for their performance tomorrow when you're playing at home?
But I think that the fact that I think we have players in the squad that they know really well how is the atmosphere, how has to be the atmosphere. And so the fact that our captain talked to the players, I think every one of the players are involved in the situation, are focused, they take care of the club, of the supporters, and so there is no I don't need to talk with them about this because I think that they know really well.
Okay, thank you. We'll do